Magic doorstop. Since gold's at its all-time high, what should we be buying? I knew it. But there's a couple things I want to go over before we get into the video, and that is, in no way am I trying to get you to like and subscribe to my channel. But on the other hand, if you have an unhealthy addiction to gold, silver, and numismatics like I do, you're in the right place. And as viewers, you don't get the recognition that you deserve. So I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. It helps me out tremendously. With all that being said, let's roll it. Guys, over the past couple of videos, we've talked about both gold and silver and which one is a better buy at the moment. Well, after the past couple days spike in gold and sending it to all-time highs, I think that it's pretty much answered our question and made it pretty clear that for the time being, silver is the way to go. So what are your best options in silver? Let's go over the different options in silver we have and what is the best, most affordable. I'll talk to you guys about prices, and then at the end of the video I'll give you my opinion on what's the best stack right now. So in front of you I have your most common ways to stack silver. I have your generic silver, which are rounds and bars, all made by private mints. I have junk silver, or for the sensitive people, we can call it constitutional silver. People like to call it junk silver because it's only 90% silver. It's really all the same to me. And then we have our coins from several different countries. Some are more expensive than others for reasons that we can discuss towards the end. And for everything I have laid out right here, we have an expensive option and a less expensive option for each category. So when you're wanting to stack for purely weight, generic rounds and bars have always, well, almost always been the way to go, as they have been the least expensive. These are buffalo rounds right here. These are probably the most common that you will see for rounds. Pretty much every mint makes them. There might be slight differences in between them. Some of them will even leave their mint mark. You can see they're underneath the braid by the shoulder. There's a little pickaxe there. That's Silvertown. There's also several other options out there. You know, we have mercury dimes. We have Morgan rounds. And there's a lot more out there. These will be your cheapest option stacking by weight. They might be $1 over spot, $2 over spot. But these rounds and bars are going to be your best way to go if you're stacking for weight. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm also going to show you the more expensive options. So not all generic silver is cheap. You know, for example, we have this Scottsdale Reserve round right here, which has security features on it. If you can see, it says Scottsdale Reserve right there. On the back, you can see the hidden security feature of, it says 2020. And then the lion's head. There we go, we got a better picture right there. Lion's head on the other side. These can go for significantly more than your regular generic buffalo, mercury dimes, Morgans. Probably a couple dollars more than what you'd be buying those. There's also other rounds that like to customize their stuff. You know, this is a fractional silver. You can break this up into 4 pieces. I don't know how many mints make these anymore, but I know you'll be paying equal to or more than your Scottsdale Reserve round. Now, this next option, I'm going to try and not be biased on this because I absolutely love junk silver. I believe it has way too many upsides and very, very little downside, which is the further back you go, the more wear is going to be on a coin. Let's see if we can find a couple of good examples here. That's an older one. That's good. Okay. So what I'm talking about when I say wear is, very little detail left on the eagle side and Washington's head. It's really smooth right here, opposed to this one that's been taken care of. You can see everything. People love junk silver, and they love junk silver because it's the best form of fractional silver. And a lot of stackers, new or old, have a difficult time understanding how much silver they own when buying junk per troy ounce. What I mean. So there's a little trick I want you guys to remember, and the amount is $1.40. And that's for us to be able to find 1 troy ounce of silver when we're messing with constitutional. So I'll give you some examples. So we can put down 4 quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will give you 1 troy ounce. Or we can put down 2 $half, 4 dimes. It's 1 troy ounce. Or we can put down a Morgan or a piece dollar, 4 dimes, and that is also equivalent to 1 troy ounce. And then I'm not going to count this out, but 14 dimes, easiest way, is also 1 troy ounce. Next thing you'll probably hear when people are talking about buying or selling junk silver, they'll say, I'm selling for a certain number of times of face value. What does this mean? So for simplicity reasons, we're just going to go ahead and use dimes right here. Pick one out that we can see. So let's say the number is 20. Someone says, I'm selling junk silver dimes for 20 times face value. We have our mercury dime, 10 cents. We're going to multiply that number that they said, which is 20, by 10, and it's going to give us $2. So they're selling a mercury dime for $2. Another example, let's do 16 times face value. So 16 times face value is, when we're talking about dimes, $1.60. So that's what people mean when they're selling times a face value. And so, for example, my LCS, my local coin shop, is selling junk silver at 20 times face today. So if we took dimes and we wanted to buy 1 troy ounce of silver, which is $2 a dime, remember we talked about 14 dimes gives us 1 troy ounce, we'll multiply the 14 dimes by $2, and that gives us $28 per troy ounce. And the whole 20 times face also goes in play with half dollars. These would be $10 for a half. A quarter would go for $5. And then we have our expensive options. And I'm not going to spend too much time on these because it can be a rabbit hole and we can talk about junk silver forever. But your Morgan dollars and your silver and your piece dollars, have a numismatic value. Now, what do I mean by that? A numismatic value means that junk silver, when Morgan and silver, it's not going to follow your spot price. They're on a different trajectory. And even though that they are only 90% silver, they are less than 1 troy ounce, they are still, this Morgan dollar right here will still cost me more than around or even most coins out there right now. And stackers love to have Morgans and silver. So don't think that that's an option that you shouldn't that you shouldn't look into. But and last and not least, we obviously have our silver coins, which there can be a big spread depending on what you are looking to buy. Um, you have your cheapest options. I'm sorry, cheap's a dirty word. Your least expensive options, which are probably your Philharmonics or Kangaroos. And then if we want to step a little bit higher in what people normally stack, we can look into what people have been buying the past couple of years, which is your Maples and your Britannias. And people have been buying these up because one of the more expensive options I'm going to talk about here in a second, premiums on those just shot up like crazy, unfortunately. So as far as I'm concerned, Maples and Britannias are your best option for buying coins. Amazing security features, 4.9 fine, government backed. People trust coins because of that. Easy to offload. And then we'll have our more expensive options, which is the American Silver Eagle is one. I'm going to tell you right now, I refuse to stack these. One, because they're overpriced. Two, because I dislike the new design of the Type 2. And then the US Mint gave us a security feature that everyone was all excited for. Let me see if I can find it because it's all so hidden and great. Oh, there we go. Missing reeded edge right there. That's our security feature. And it rotates once a year to a different spot. So tell me the US Mint has let you down without telling me the US Mint has let you down. Just a little bit of a sensitive subject. I used to love stacking those. And our other option is the Libertad. Now there's more options. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty more coins out there. I'm just giving you two more expensive options. And in my opinion, the Libertad is the most beautiful bullion coin in the world. I think the obverse and reverse complement each other very well. There's an extremely low mintage on these coins. And to me, they are worth every penny. They come in all different sizes, everything from a 20th of an ounce all the way to kilo coins. As you can see right here, I have a 5-ounce reverse proof Libertad. PCGS, perfect grade, but you are going to pay a hefty premium when buying Libertads. But for me, it's worth it. They hold their value. But they will vary, between $35, $45 just for one BU coin just like this. And they can go up or down depending on their date because they have such a low mintage. So guys, let's recap here. If you only care about stacking for weight at cheapest cost, your rounds are going to be the way to go. They're great to load up on, offload. Me personally, well, I can tell you right now, I don't buy them. You are actually looking at all the silver rounds I own. But if you're looking to first get into stacking, you want to get your feet wet, rounds and bars are a way to go. And if you want to know more about bars, I have a video on those. Just click on my link and scroll down and you'll see the best size bars to buy. Junk silver is a favorite for everyone. And I can really go into a lot of talk about these. Hunting for key dates. It's your best fractional type of silver. Other companies make fractional silver like these rounds here, but these are government backed because this is all we used to use before 1965, so 1964 and older, was 90% silver. Government backed, they don't make it anymore. You can do fractional silver with all different types of combinations, and certain coins, the further you go back or dates, have numismatic value. Then you have your coins. I love coins. Personally, only stack junk and coins. Security features, government backed. It makes me feel more comfortable in what I'm buying. There are less expensive options and there are more expensive options, like I showed you. So let me know what you guys are stacking right now. Are you guys care only about weight? Are you guys getting into junk silver and the Morgans and Peace dollars? Or are you guys stacking coins? And if so, which coins are your favorite to stack? I hope you guys got something out of this. I always love going over these, and next time we'll do a video probably just on junk silver because that can be a very, very long video. So I'll see you in the next one.